caring.
Pearly.
And she's just trying to fill a void. And that void can't be
good,
filled
baby.
in the way in which she is trying to fill it. And that's the saddest part of it all. Do you understand that?
Yeah, absolutely. Someone asked if you have any concerns for any of the pets in her home?
Oh, we touched on that. Yep, this is good.
Excuse me. Hello?
So she didn't talk to somebody for an hour and get some of the shit that she's using? Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, the pets are beautiful, and then there's a bit.
The pets are so unhealthy, they're beautiful.
Probably being herself. Let me just say that. And she has a white one, and that cat is beautiful, and a gray one. They were very funny because they were all up trying to rub up against me. Now she has a dog, Eagle, vicious. Other than that, and there's a bit. She's beating the cat's better than she's probably beating herself. Let me just say that. And she has a white one, and that cat is beautiful, and a gray one. They were very funny because they were all up trying to rub up against me.
Anybody else know what these cats look like?
Other than that,
did she just say she has a little beagle? Did I hear that right? I don't think that either, Ladybug. I don't. I just believe that it is not good, that it is sounding like basically they are getting onto anybody in the comments that are like, this doesn't sound right. This lady ain't telling the whole truth. Like, they're like telling them to stop. Don't attack her. Don't do this. Don't do that. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I'm not saying that she's in on it or she's a bad person. I am just saying, like, in my opinion, again, yeah. But did she say that the dog is a beagle? Is that what I'm hearing? That's why I rewinded it.
It's beautiful. And a gray one.
These cats said that they were very malnutritioned. They had matted fur, and they 100% could tell they were living in their own filth. But they were beautiful. Okay.
Now she has a dog.
Guess she cleaned up since.
Other than that,
she has a dog.
What does it look like?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Excuse me?
What do the dog's nails look like?
I've never seen the dog's nail. I was right there by the door where the water and then the cat food was in a big dish with a lot of cat food and water. The dog, I wasn't really.
I'm sorry, I just locked my phone on accident. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in saying the cats are put in Abby's room, correct? The litter box, the water, and the food are in Abby's room, correct? Isn't that what we've seen? I didn't hear Beagle that second time either. I may have just been hearing something. That's why I rewinded it to rehear. That's what, okay. But she was by the door. What door? The front door? And there was plenty of cat food. Which I don't doubt that. People love her animals and want to help take care of. Oh, a vicious little dog. Thank you. I mean, again, like I told y'all, one of y'all was to walk into my house right now, my little dog is going to try to eat you alive. That's just how she is. It's the kind of dog she is. But thank you. I thought maybe, but yeah.
You
100%.
know, pay attention, but I was looking at the cats because they were just coming up and rubbing against me. And
do they look well fed?
Don't see that.
But do they look? I answered that question too. Our animals, I'm pretty sure that she takes better care of than herself. Period. And that's just a fact because she feels like she's needed, and that's all she wants to be is needed by someone that she can love, and she loves her pets. So she's going to take care of those. But
I'm going to listen to the rest of this out here real quick. I do not be back there. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's her pieces, her child. So
doesn't hold the fuck on again, but she doesn't know Lisa. So how can she comment on how losing her son has made her feel, has made her missing pieces? Now again, anybody who has lost a child, which apparently this lady has, they would know that from their own experience, but she's not talking about her own experience. Yes, I sent Lisa money. Everybody knows that, boo. I don't know why y'all keep trying to prove something that, like, nobody knows that. I know that. Everybody in my chat probably knows that. Plus, most of the Scam pages, not Scam Slam, I don't know about if she's even covered it. Kai's covered it. I even think Nookie has it on his YouTube. Like, yes, I sent Lisa money. Shows your intent. Absolutely. I told her to go get whatever she needed with it. Missing me with that bullshit. But okay. It's so funny when I try to. We don't know.
Was there cat poop everywhere? Or dog poop everywhere?
No. Oh, no. I would never have button set down by the door on the bucket. Hell no, there's no poop anywhere. Now, there's roaches and a lot of...
Sorry. What? So she cleaned up that house, right? Just since, what, the night before? Come on. No, it was 3 weeks ago almost, so sorry. You're wrong yet again. I answered you, baby. We don't know. I have not spoke to her. There is somebody in here that knows a lot more than I do. I don't want to try to say. But no cat poop anywhere.
Yeah.
What did she whisper to you?
She asked me what accounts that I had, and that was it.
No. That's not what she said.
Oh, okay, so she asked you and you didn't know she was on live, right?
Thank you for finally somebody fucking saying it.
I'm sorry that happened to you. I am so sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, they're acting like they believe it. Are you fucking...
Where are you from? You have a southern accent.
I'm from Tennessee.
That explains it.
Is it funny when people are like, you have an accent? I'm like, they sound normal to me. I'm from Kentucky. You Georgia people, though. Y'all are different.
For your comments, because I surely had no idea that, that's...
Yeah, because she's getting asked questions. But you didn't know she was live. Oh, no, honey. Then why did you say, please do not show my face on there? If you showed my face, someone is going to tell me. But you didn't know she was live. Again, you may not have known how many people were in that live, but you did know she was live. I can't. Yeah, obviously.
And if that's the case, she's on her phone. Why couldn't she give them her information?
Thank you. That's what we're wondering. She always gets her...
Why didn't you ask her that? You so willingly gave up your Zelle, which is connected to a bank account, or you wouldn't have one. Why didn't you ask her that before she got on live? Oh, she didn't have no money to give you for probably something she owes you. Again, I said probably, I don't know 100%. But I'm sorry, if somebody just randomly came to my apartment to help me, and I was just like, hey, can I get your Zelle information? Especially because it's connected to a bank account. I'm going to be like, or they're going to be like, why do you need that? Like, come on. This is so fucking dumb, dude.
Stuff reported because she is a scammer. So her things are
she's about to act
reported.
all shocked. Watch, and I'm not even listening to
Yours will
this.
be as well.
Oh, it will.
Like I said, I've never in my phone, I'm telling you, this is the very first time ever in my entire existence, and I'm 55 years old.
Told you.
My phone
I knew she was older, but not that old.
Ever. Like I said, when my phone rings, then I know exactly who's calling. Either my son, my daughter, my grandson.
I absolutely agree. I think that too.
And that's a fact.
I just want to remind everybody in the chat really quick. She cannot see your comments. She's on speakerphone. She can't see your comments. So
They know that. They're putting him out there for me to ask, I think. And, I'm not going to ask every single question.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. There's a
I'm not going to
lot.
ask the hard questions, right?
Like I said, I don't have TikTok. Now, my son, he's
My question is, my first thing, if I was the person doing this live, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Y'all know how to message me, if that's a thing. Anyway, if I was the person doing this live, I would have been like, well, how did you not know? She was giving you told her not to show your face. And I understand, like, in the moment, like, maybe I wouldn't, like, maybe they're not thinking about that. I do get that. Like, I've got off live plenty of times and went, shit, you know what? I've listened to a recording myself, and then got on here, listened to it with y'all, and goes, hold on, wait, no. Like the attack in the end of the phone call, the muted live. I said that the cops kicked in the door, and the next time we listened to it, I'm like, no, that's not what happened. It sounded like Abby either tried to attack her, or she tried to attack. That she tried to attack Abby. Abby started screaming, I'm pregnant. And then Lisa said, it's done, and opened the door, and you can see her calmly speaking to the officer. So, like, I get that sometimes in the moment we miss that kind of stuff. But, yeah. What did Busted say? Lady was dropping off. There was something. There's something. She knew the lady was. The biggest point is she knew she was live. She knew that she was asking for money from somebody, and gave out her own phone number 3 times.
Now, he has TikTok, and it's probably like, we'll be calling him tomorrow, and then, he has a lot
What did Mama Amy say? I didn't see her comment.
PlayStation 5 and all that good stuff, so he's probably entertaining
miss Mama
himself
Amy?
more so than on the phone with TikTok, that's for sure.
So, when she was on her phone, though.
Thank you, Mama Amy.
You didn't know that
Thank
she
you.
was on TikTok
A lot of people are
Live.
asking.
What did you think she was doing?
Oh, look,
did
she
you
is
think
asking.
she was on a phone call, or what did you think she was
Listen,
doing?
I don't know how the social media, like, with TikTok and how it goes, because I'm not affiliated with that kind of stuff. You understand? I'm not a social media type of individual. Now, I do have Facebook.
So you did know she's on social media?
If you want to check, you can see. But I don't even do that too often. You understand, period.
She's not answering the question.
Now, the day I was on Facebook, but I don't do Facebook too often. I have no reason to.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't answer the question.
What did you think she was doing? Did you think
Thank
that
you,
she was
Stan.
on a phone call, or she was, I don't know. Because you said, don't show my face, don't show my face,
Thank you. As I've told y'all, I haven't listened to this yet. I'm listening to the first time with y'all. So I'm glad. Scam is trying to get her to actually answer the question, but if you can tell, she keeps on trying not to.
You understand? Now,
And anybody who is listening and possibly cleaning or anything like that, I want to tell you, Mama Amy has confirmed she has been spoken with today, and she is okay. A lot of my girls turn it on and they just sit there and listen. I don't know if they would during this type of live, but I do want anybody that's not right at your phone. Mama Amy has confirmed that she is okay today. And I'm pretty sure I seen a little bit further up, somebody else said that they spoke with her.
stuff, but I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
She still didn't answer the question.
But you did say, don't show my face, so that does give me an idea that maybe you grasped it.
I thought that she was recording me, like, please don't record my face or put me out there. You're okay. Because I don't know if she could, like, take this. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know. I can kind of see how an older person may think
what the
that.
stream is all about. Like I said, if you check any of my accounts, you can see that I don't have any of that.
But I don't believe that's what this woman thinks.
And that's a fact.
I have Liv Nort. here in the box. Did you have a question, Liv?
So, let me start by saying, first of all, I'm an addictions
I'm gonna walk
counselor.
away just for a second.
I see this every single day.
Hold on, I gotta
especially with fentanyl, methadone, cocaine, alcohol.
Oh, and by the way, I got hollered at in a live that was talking about the muted live the other day because I said she most definitely, that is not from rack. If it was, she got something with F in it, and or she got a blue, which is F. I got yelled at for diagnosing. I don't know how that's a diagnosis, but I have, never mind. Shut up, Victoria.
Censor yourself, please. You can't say those words. You can't say those words. You gotta censor yourself. Thank you so much.
Hang on, let this woman speak.
Certain substances I've seen every single day, and I see that a lot of people feel as though it's Lisa's manipulation. Of course.
That, in where I'm at, this is no longer basically here. Like, you would be hard pressed to find this. It's all what I was just saying.
Of course, because she's so desperate. This is desperation, and I don't condone it. I don't think it's good at all. I think that she is so extremely desperate and needs help.
So she's saying that she believes this
she
woman?
knows.
Is that what she's saying?
Because she also has talked about her own treatment, should I say. Her opioid treatment. Can I say that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And I think
I'm going to have to hop off really quick and then hop back on. Something about it doesn't comply with my feed. I'll be right back, y'all. You can come back if you want to. I'll wait until a little bit of people get back on. I'm going off and I'm coming right back. So I'll be right back, guys. Damn it. I'm waiting for people to get back on and then we'll turn everything back on, y'all. I'm sorry. Because of the word that they said on that recording, I got booted. Well, I didn't get booted. I got a violation. But as you see, they still go on for another, hour? I don't guess that they got a restriction. People are so hard to try to get me to where, whatever. Oh, I'm going to look at your message real quick, Rachel, while we wait for people. Did you message me on TikTok, baby? I seen it pop up, but I don't remember where it was from. I don't know. I've done something to my TikTok notifications. Like, they pop up at the top, but they don't, like, okay. Okay, I got you, baby. Thank you. But yeah, for some reason, like, it shows me the notification at the top, like it comes down when I first get it, but then when I pull down, like, it's not there anymore. So I don't know what I've done to my notifications. I'm sure it's in my settings somewhere, but, okay, baby. I got you. As soon as we're done with this. I'll wait for like 40 or 50 people. Thank you, love. Oh, y'all want to see my new work boots while we wait? Y'all want to see them? Y'all were sitting on them. to get men's. Oh no, we ended up finding women's. I'm sorry. The other Walmart didn't have women's. They only have dudes. But I got new work boots. I have from my other job that I had, and from when I was supposed to start with Nathan a while back. I had steel toes, but they're tennis shoes, and I couldn't wear. They don't even have to be steel toes for my new job, but they have to be high top boots. So anyway, I'm gonna run in the house. Okay, babe. All right, I'm gonna start this again. If you don't know what we're doing, I'm sorry. I had to jump because a counselor is on somebody else's live. We're listening to a recording and they said a naughty word that TikTok doesn't like, and I got a restriction, so I just got off and came back on. All right, we're gonna start this again. We are at 1 hour and 43 minutes and 34 seconds of SS. The recording of an SS Live, July 23rd, 2024, and it was midnight. Pearl call and she tells you where it started. And it started at about 1:15. That's funny. We've only listened to 30 minutes of the conversation. It took us a whole hour. She has not been on today, but we have had 2 people confirm that they have at least texted with her, spoke with her. She is okay. All right.
That it has become totally desperate in her situation. At the same time,
It's beyond desperate. It's to this point of.
you're right.
I don't know that she needs.
I'm sorry to already pause it, but if this woman does not know her, she only knows her daughters and her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend. How does she know that she's beyond desperate? You knew that from the 10-minute interaction you had with her the other night on live? But you didn't know she was live? Okay.
Truly get some. She needs to be 502 or something so that she can have an opportunity that just sit still and take a look at herself.
Yep, as a counselor, there's a triangle. Like, think of it as just one big triangle.
This woman's been through rehab herself. She knows.
Biological and social. So psychological, she is diagnosed with an use disorder. I won't get into details.
She also is diagnosed with something that she's on a benzo for.
Paralee?
What's that?
Did you have a question for Paralee while we have her here?
No.
Okay, but thank you so much, Liv. Yeah, we know, I mean, we're aware what she,
I hate it when people
what
come
is
in there
best,
acting like they know
for,
everything. And
Lisa
I mean,
to be
whatever.
deciding at this
Yeah, I'm
point,
sorry.
but she's just not taking those actions.
It's raining off and on here, but
So I agree with you.
Is there anything I can do as an addiction counselor to add to the conversation?
no.
I'd
I'm
be
sorry.
happy to answer questions.
I mean, at this point, I feel like there's not a lot of questions to even ask at this point.
We know.
I mean, I don't know how anybody else feels.
I agree. Everybody in the chat is just wanting to hear from Paralee more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But thank you.
Thank you, Liv. And if, are you open to answering questions if anybody wants to DM you with specific questions that they might come across or think about?
Absolutely. I run
From what
groups,
we've been told,
every
2
single
people that I
day.
100%
I'd be happy to
know
answer.
actually speak with her have said they have spoke with her and she is okay. She has not been live today, but people that have personally spoke with her said she is okay. And I cannot confirm, but I will say somebody did say her sister confirmed that she went to the clinic this morning. So I did not personally see that, but I did personally see 2 people that I know personally talk to her. And yeah.
Any addictions questions and comorbid questions, anything.
Perfect. So if anyone does have any specific questions at all
You're
that
good.
Liv can answer for you, feel free to reach out to her.
Yeah, one of the
If you
other
think of
mods
any
had to step
questions
away
that
for a
you would
second.
like to ask, or any
Thank you.
clarifications that you would need from an addiction.
And any of the mods or whatever, I just want to say 100% thank you for, defending me and stuff. I am completely... I don't either. I am completely with other people putting their own opinions in the comments. When you're trying to deflect and try to act like I shouldn't be talking about this because of who I am, like, okay, great. Your opinion. When you're trying to bring up shit that absolutely everybody knows, okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, you can mute them, make certain comments go away or whatever, but let's try not to block. And I know y'all haven't been, I'm just saying this. Let's try not to block anybody unless they're just being completely ridiculous.
Counselor, and I appreciate you offering those services, Liv.
100%. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Liv. I'm going to drop you down.
No worries.
Thank you.
Absolutely, I know.
Hey guys, I think we're gonna drop, but I really appreciate you guys listening. I keep seeing the comment of how does she know Diesel, whatever that scumbag's name is. She just wants to clear that up too, and then I'm gonna drop down because it's late and
why?
These comments are just not it. They're really upsetting me just because I was trying to help and I feel like I'm getting attacked, so I don't want to deal with it anymore. But
I don't like that. I don't want you to be attacked at all. I want
neither do I, Pauline.
The lady that is doing, like, has her on live does not need to be attacked. That, I am not saying that at all. I understand why people in the comment was like, hold on, wait, but you said, now you're letting somebody in the box that did exactly what you said not to do. I do understand that. The lady herself, I don't believe did anything wrong. I do believe that she was trying to help this person. But my point is exactly what she's talking about. Everybody has a question. You don't know Lisa, but you know all of this, you know stuff about her past and her losing her child and her daughter being pregnant and all this. You don't know Lisa herself, but you know her child and her child's boyfriend, which is what, guys? We all fucking know what Abby's boyfriend does. We heard a call of Abby saying she purchased 17 from her own mother. But everybody in the comment section has a right to ask. If you're going to bring this woman in to prove something, everybody has a right to ask what they are asking. My opinion.
I love you for that, but this is, they're saying, oh, I don't know.
They're asking for a reason.
No, I don't. You're right. I just was trying to help somebody,
and you're now realizing that it may not be what you thought it was.
Just the judgment is sick.
You can absolutely, love.
I don't want to deal with it.
Oh. Wait a minute. Before you do that, I need to ask a question. Scam, do I have your permission to start muting people for the live that's being disrespectful?
They're not being disrespectful. They're asking a question. A legit question.
Absolutely.
All right. Don't worry about the comments. I got you.
Because
it's so upsetting.
Because we over here don't make false allegations about people, okay? Without proof.
We have proof.
If you want to go make false allegations about people...
Sorry. We have proof. We know what he does. We have proof. We know that. We obviously, unfortunately, now have 1 bazillion% clarification about Abby as well. And we have proof because this lady just said it herself. She doesn't know Lisa, but she knows Abby and Abby's boyfriend. It's a legitimate question. I don't know how that's being rude. I don't know how that's making allegations. I don't see how that's spreading false information. That is a legitimate question. I would like to know the same.
Well, then you can feel free to do that on your own platform and not here.
And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I feel like Lisa lied to her. I don't feel like this is
about
her fault necessarily.
Again, the lady might not have known the extent of who the information was being shared with, but she knew that it was going on social media.
Hearing in this moment, I'm thankful that you came into a box and explained things and cleared things up. Thank you for doing that. And Hensley, thank you for bringing it to us. I want to
Even though we
foster
told you not to.
relationships like that in the future for other
Right.
people who also have information.
Again, I don't think she did anything
I want
wrong.
them
I'm
to be
just
able to
saying
get
I
in their box
understand why
and not
other people are
worry
saying
about,
that.
you know, people, you know, being mean to them or anything like that.
Absolutely.
Basically, the other people in the comments are like, well, you told everybody not to, so I didn't. I could be this person, you know, in the box with this lady or whatever. That's kind of how I take that, but so I understand why people are like, but you told us not to, and now there's somebody in the box that did exactly what you said multiple times not to do. And again, I feel like, how do you know Diesel is a pretty valid question, considering we know Diesel's background. The lady herself said she knows Abby and Diesel, that she doesn't know Lisa.
I appreciate that. Like I said, I mean, thank you guys
Just
all.
my opinion.
You awesome people in the chat who are actually my friends on my main account. Thank you. I know who, like, the real friends for real are. You guys definitely shine and scam and
I'm sorry, but that sounds like a Lisa comment. I'm not trying to be
It's
mean with
just-
that.
It is. It's
My real
truly
friends.
disgusting me because we're all here for the same thing. And, you know, I
I
came
really
in
didn't
here,
mean anything ugly by that.
thought
It's
for a
just
little bit,
that's
I'm like, how
what
do I do
popped
this
in my
the
head.
best way possible to not be playing the game of telephone? So I thought, you know, having her, you know, I mean, it may be a little weird way, but hey, you know, I got her on speakerphone. She's able to talk through another device for me, and I don't have to speak for her. So I thought that was the best way to do it. Getting chewed up in the comments, I keep looking away because truly, it's,
And it
just
probably
gut-wrenching
is hard
to me
for
that
this woman.
people
She
still
had
don't
nothing to do with
believe
any
when
of
they
it.
hear it firsthand from somebody who was actually experiencing this. So I'm
willing to bet, and again, this is just my observation, but I'm willing to bet the lady who has this other woman on the phone probably has never had to deal with this kind of stuff. So now she's being attacked for something that has absolutely nothing to do with her, but it does have something to do with her because she is the one that is on there, and the only way they can address this lady is through her. The other lady can't hear them. So, this is fun. I don't know if I'll be able to get over there and show y'all before she flips back over, but hold on. I almost dropped my other phone. Well, my phone. I don't have two phones. I do, but the other one stays charged for like 2.5 seconds. She already sees me. Hold on. I'm trying to get closer so I can flip y'all around. Look at this team bag. Oh, where you go? Look. Her mouth was all hanging all open and stuff a second ago. Look at her, y'all. Sorry. A little bit of puppy content for a second. But anyway, I'm sure this lady has never had to deal with anything like this. People are attacking her because they can't attack the lady. And they're not really attacking. They're curious. They want to know why. Why did you say this? But hey, come on, let's go outside. I genuinely, and I'm not reading the comments, so I don't know. They could absolutely be attacking that woman. Come on, Emmy. Nobody else wants to go outside, Emma. If you want to go outside, you can go outside. No one's going outside just so you can be in here by yourself, because you're an old hag. Anyway, but that's just my opinion. All right, we're going to watch the rest of this.
just gonna let her talk. She wants to clear up the Diesel thing, and I think anything else that she wants to say. And then, you know, again, I thank you guys. You're awesome. I'm always here. I'm always supporting, and you know, thanks to everybody who's positive. But just listen to Pearly for a second, and then, you know, go about doing whatever it is you guys do best. So here she is.
I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem, guys.
People that wanted clarification about Diesel, I guess.
Yes.
And I said one more thing, okay?
Yep,
I
Diesel.
appreciate you allow me to speak. I have one life, I'm living it. You know, at times I do involve myself with the not no opiates. I don't do those things there. I don't look down on people who chooses that life. And I don't care what people say about me because they don't know me. As long as I'm okay with myself
Yes, 2 people have confirmed that speak with her, not just a sister, that they have spoke to her, that she's okay. That was their exact wording. But did I just hear this woman right? Did she say sometimes I involved myself with the distribution of certain products?
Get up high and let the God that lives within me steer me where I go, period. You understand? And he has his own, problems. You understand? He's like paralyzed on one side, So he has his own issues. I don't know what your relationship is, and it's not my business. Period. And that's it.
That cleared up nothing except for you buy drugs.
So you don't know what their relationship is or anything like that. Is he?
Did I hear that wrong?
Thank you.
How in the world would I know what your relationship is? Like, it's not like I'm right there with them. I don't know anything about neither one of them, actually.
Okay.
Will you be helping Lisa in the future?
Absolutely not. Unless I see her in another time and a place doing something different with her life. That's the only way. Rather than that, she can't.
That don't make no damn sense. I'm sorry.
She can't say anything to me ever again.
So who is this talking on the... Okay, so last night apparently there was Lisa went live. She allegedly, she says, she was not at her apartment. She was approximately 3 miles from her apartment, and she gave out this lady, the lady that's speaking, phone number for Zelle to get. She was on a live giving out this lady. The lady says her number 3 times and then repeats multiple times, you better not show my face, you better not show my face. But the lady didn't know she was putting it on social media or live. She just didn't know, so that people could send her $20 to take Lisa home. Lisa says this multiple times. The lady never corrects her, but does not know that she was trying to scam people out of money. And then somebody got a hold of this person and says, absurd. Then somebody gets a hold of her because, again, her phone number is out there for all the world. And talks to her about 1 hour and 15 minutes. The lady finally gets a box and Scam Slams live. And now this lady is speaking on speakerphone to this live. She can't read the comments. But basically says she doesn't know Lisa. She's seen Lisa crying walking out of the place she goes to get her stuff. She sees her crying walking out of there. So apparently the next day at midnight she decides to show up at Lisa's apartment, because she says they're not at her house, they're at Lisa's house, or Lisa's apartment, to take her a pack of smokes and make sure she's okay. She just walked to this lady's building at midnight just to make sure she was okay. But she doesn't know her. She knows Abby and Diesel, but she doesn't know Lisa. Huh? I call bullshit. Sorry. You know Diesel's? Apparently, she said her exact words when they've asked multiple times, yes, and supposed baby daddy. They asked multiple times, how do you know her? How do you know them? Blah, 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 blah. And she keeps diverting something about God or this or that, right? So finally, it was like, hold on. How do you know Abby and Diesel then? She says she doesn't know Diesel's relationship with Abby, but that she does. What was her exact word, somebody? She said something about, I do have a little bit of dealings with OPE. You know, pain medicine. And so it makes me think that is he at a pain clinic? And he's getting those and he's just selling them and doing other stuff? I don't know. They're normally pretty strict about drug testing there. So I'm not sure. But that was just my thoughts. I know that, Nicole. But she is stating that she did not know that Lisa was lying to anybody to get money sent to her apps. And somehow giving out her phone number to her Zelle put her account in the negative. Only way that happens is somebody sent you a request and you accidentally pressed accept, and that's not Lisa's fault. You gave out your phone number, boo. Whatever. But yes, the only thing she says is she knows Diesel because she has dealing with OPE. And that he's paralyzed on one side of his body or something, but she has no idea the relationship between Abby and Diesel. She's not always there, so that makes me think from personal experience, I could see why somebody may think something like that, because you never know who's gonna be with somebody, you know, like, unless you're like talking to them on more of a personal level, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm translating that correctly, but like, you could think that about multiple different people that may be with said person, because there's always somebody hanging around because they're trying to get other things. And unfortunately, I don't know that from like that perspective. I know that because I know a female that hangs out with quite a few different men that, yeah. So she said that Lisa, she didn't really answer that question. She said Lisa was saying that she needed money for food and stuff, but she's standing in Lisa's apartment, she says, which, as we all know, and I guess Lisa must have really did some cleaning the other day. She must have really, I've been like the last 24 hours, she must have, cleaned that shit all the way up. But she's sitting in Lisa's living room on a bucket, which I didn't see a bucket either, but okay. And there's ramen in the floor. We've seen it. Pringles, ramen, Cokes, everything there. But there is no cat or dog feces or the smell of it anywhere. The cats look extremely healthy and like Lisa's caring for them better than she is herself. And there's a crap ton of cat food and dog food. I do believe that because I know a lot of people were worried about the animals, and I think that some of the Instacart orders that they may have been, that she may have been sent, has had cat and dog food in it way more than once. That's what again, even if, this is what it sounds like when the dog wants your attention. Look, she wants me, I don't know, she wants the other dogs to go outside and they won't go. Anyway, sorry, my little dog does this shit all the time. She's gonna bark at me acting like she wants to go outside, but that is because she wants me to get up and go open the door, because normally the other dogs just run out when I open up the door anytime because she wants to be in here by herself. And yeah. Anyway, hold on. I don't know. I truly don't know, but no questions that remotely, in my opinion, get us anywhere. I am glad that they finally let those questions be asked. About, you know, how did she know Diesel, yada, 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 even though it was never answered. I'm glad finally something was kind of, in my opinion, a lot of, I don't know, there was a lot of, like somebody said, dodging the questions, not knowing, like, anytime she was asked something, again, in my opinion, anytime she was asked something that she clearly either A, didn't have an answer for, or B, didn't want to answer, she started talking about God and how God put the lady that called her on the phone, like she had declined a bunch of different calls and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Again, it kind of, to me, it sounded like we were still trying to dodge being, I don't know, answering questions we didn't want to answer. And we were using God and religion to do that. And in experience that I've had, a lot of people use that to kind of religion to kind of be like, no, I am a child of God. I would never. Kind of like a bad person goes to jail. They always find God, right? They always find Jesus. They always change their life around. And until they get back out on the streets. And then it's no longer like that, right? Yeah. That's what I was meaning by that. I guess it kind of got lost in translation. I don't know. Oh, and that woman kept on putting shit on her mama. You showed my face on there, I swear somebody's gonna tell me, and I'll put that on my mama. You better not. You put what on your mama? That you're gonna hurt somebody for showing your face because you didn't want nobody to know who you were? Okay. Well, too bad we're fucking detectives out here, and we found out who you were, huh? I don't know. I don't know. That's all I can say. Yep, I know, and somebody, I don't know how they got that you said that those people were going to hurt their children. People stretch so hard sometimes, like I don't know how more of them don't have pulled muscles. But regardless, I don't know. I hope that she is legitimately okay. I don't know, guys. I know that a couple of people that do talk to her on a personal level, they have said she's okay, that she has been spoken with today, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, unfortunately, I think we were reaching that rock bottom everybody keeps talking about. And not unfortunate about that, but unfortunately, it's going to get much worse before it gets better type unfortunate. I do 100% believe that. Most people that hang on to an addiction as hard as she is hanging on, they don't go down without a fight. And no, we can't make anybody get better, but with how fast these apps and stuff are shutting down her money source, the desperation is going to get a hell of a lot worse before it's going to get better. Like, I am so scared to say, like, I don't even think we've seen bad yet. Yeah, I know. I do know a few people that I have spoke to were helping her with, they weren't sending money or anything like that. Oh shit, where's her food? But they were sending like pizza and stuff that we all know she quite possibly could have been trading for those kind of things. But I think most of them seen the state that she was in just the other day, and you know, just like, I can't do this anymore. Where is her ball? I do know that. I spoke to one of them the other day. I want to step on that, baby. Shoot. Happy's not letting her eat in there. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm really afraid to see. I know. So, just in my opinion, okay, I think what we are seeing right now, and I'm about to get off here. I have a few phone calls that I need to make, because I start training tomorrow for my new job. And I don't know, look this, y'all. I woke up so worried this morning. My pretty ankle accessory, for some reason, it was blue this morning. It normally is green or red. Like red if it needs to be charged, green if it doesn't. I called, they said they still have a good signal. I don't know what's going on with it. It freaks me out. It's still freaking me out. It's still blue. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Anyway. But, so, like I said, we have been told by a couple of different sources, I'll say, that the day that she stayed off all day, which was her son's birthday, somebody paid her to stay off live. I've not confirmed any of these. These are just things that we've been told, okay? And so it could be all of them, it could be none of them, and it could be a mixture of some. I'm willing to put a few dollars on it's one or the other. But we were told on that day that somebody paid her to stay off the internet. I can believe that because it's happened before. We were told that she finally got her money from TikTok. We're pretty sure she got her ID, so I can believe that too. And again, with the ID, that she had told us a while back that she had $400 that was stuck in a PayPal account, and she needed to get her ID to get that off. Again, we are pretty sure she got an ID, so possibly she was able to get that off. Not sure. Unfortunately, it kind of sounded like she was like piecing together IDs. I asked somebody else that's from PA, and they said this is most definitely a thing, because I've never heard of somebody getting an ID that didn't have a picture on it. When we get our temp paper one until they send us our one in the mail, ours has a picture on it. Somebody said PA's doesn't, so I don't know. So I'm willing to bet it's a mixture of one or more of those things that has given her a little bit of money. That coordinated with, and I say that because clearly she's gotten money from somewhere, by the state that she was in the last, not today, but the 2 days before. Or things have gotten a lot stronger in her area, which they do go in like cycles. When you're dealing with any type of thing that's pressed, we know that she has, her own child called her out on that. Unfortunately, it was because he was getting something from her. Not the youngest one, but anyway, I digress. When it comes to press things, you never know. You never know how strong they're going to be, or if they're even going to be strong at all. And so we could be dealing with something like that. It does sound like she owes a bunch of different people. So, she's told us multiple times you can get whatever she wants from multiple different people in her area. Most of the time, these people don't like each other until it comes to people owing money. And then they'll be like, don't let me catch you selling anything to such and such. They owe me. What? Red chili sour cream. Yeah, a lot of people are. Thank you. I haven't. I don't even know who those people are. I'm in trouble. I don't know. I started talking about Lisa a long time ago, and that I was worried about her. I'd spoke to her a couple of times, like on the phone, and whatever. Everybody knows. Around about 3 weeks ago, I sent her money. She said she didn't get it. That was a whole shabacle. I called her out for it. She kind of had to make up, and or the other person had to come make up a lie. If people want to believe that I played a hand in any of this, so be it. I don't care. I know where my intentions were with sending her something. I had sent her something before, and I had proof that, and I sent her less before. I sent her $10, not $30. But, no, something's going on with it. My cheeks keep getting really red. I was supposed to get, AA batteries today, and I forgot. I have a little automatic thing. Anyway, I just want her to be okay. At that point, when I sent her the money that I sent her, that supposedly she did not get, I know. Finally, all the Walmart shit finally cleared my account. So that's the one thing I hate about pickup orders. Like, if they can't find something, or a price changes on something or something, it always... it puts a hold on your account. Paid by the 26th. Garbage has to be paid by the 26th. I'm glad I'm finally going to be starting my job. Anyway, yes, 2 people that I know, and I keep saying that because plenty of people will be like, she's okay. No, I can confirm that the 2 people that said that they are okay, or that she is okay, that they have spoke with her, talked to her on a normal basis. She's okay. And then somebody said, and I haven't seen this, and I did not hear it right from her sister, but supposedly her sister said she did go to the clinic this morning. I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot of things that we would do different if we were that family, or if we were these friends, or if that was our live, or if that was our phone call, or whatever. There's plenty of things that we can do different. And when I do like what I just did, and I played something, especially that typically I watch it before I play it on live with y'all, just so I'm not surprised like I just was. But I didn't do that this time. I've been busy all day and night, or ever since last night. I wasn't awake when all that shit went down, and believe me, I had 3 text messages of, girl, are you seeing this, or sending me the live. And that's okay, y'all. At night, just so y'all know, I turn on my phone on Do Not Disturb, because I do get notifications like that. I turn my phone on Do Not Disturb, and my Do Not Disturb has nothing but like my mom, my husband, my kids that can get through. So you're good. I know. She's a grown person. But at the end of the day, like, the reason I even talk about it as much as I do, especially, is a lot of people that cover it, yes, they've been in addiction, but you hear everybody going around saying the exact same thing. I'm glad social media wasn't around when I was in addiction. It was for me. I did have a large hate, no, I still do, large hate following. But then I also had a group of people that did one of multiple things. Y'all either gave me tough love and told me how stupid I was, or you were here to love and support me, but you stopped helping any financial. So maybe I'll continue to help financially. And I just know that I wouldn't be right here. And if it wasn't for all of you, probably even the haters, I wouldn't be right here. Because obviously, if somebody like myself and like Lisa had nothing but love and everybody in their comments just rooting them on, it would embarrass us. And, well, I can't go live right now because of this. People are going to ask questions. People are going to say this. Whatever it may be. I have to admit, some of the hate and some of the things that were being said did keep me away from going live a couple of times. But what scares me from my situation to her situation is I don't think it bothers her anymore. She told me herself she has nothing else to lose. She feels like there's no way she's getting her child back. And she's lost all hope. Like, why in the fuck? Her exact... my words for what she said was basically, why in the fuck does it matter anymore about what people see, know, or don't know? I wanted to know that there's people out there that aren't going to put up with her bullshit, but also care enough to still be around. Everybody's like, well, you talk crap about her. I am telling y'all 1,000,000%. You want me to show you? I can show you. The woman knows what I say, because I will say it to her any day of the week. And that's what she said. Hold up. Actually, I'm going to read y'all that one little part of that text message. And yes, although I have shared a lot of these with y'all, there's a lot that I haven't. But, oops. I'm not really going to give you a background on what's going on. But, hold on, let me find this. Okay. She's talking about somebody called another welfare check to her house, and this is before any of this garbage, okay? Someone just texted me saying somebody's live about me, and there's somebody on the phone with the cops on that live. So somebody just texted me and said, lock your doors, the cops are coming, okay? Anyway. I'm trying to find out what I was looking for. Okay. So she's asking me a question, and I'm not really gonna... I'm trying to figure out what I should tell y'all to make it make sense. Anyway, I said, I mean, I'm going to be straight with you. I've already told you I'll be in your corner, but I'm not going to put up with your crap. And she said, I like straight you, knowing only sissies will take offense to everything. And I never, not once, want somebody I never not once want somebody to talk to me one way and be different behind my back. I like straight, you know. Only sissies take offense to everything. Like, she knows. She even messaged me one time, like, girl, they got your live of you talking about me on YouTube. And I thought she was meaning something about it. I was like, okay, and she was like, no, I was just telling you. Didn't say anything that I didn't already know about myself. Like, you know what I mean? People act like we need to walk on eggshells and she doesn't know. She fucking knows. She knows the shit that she's doing wrong, but she also knows when people are putting shit in her mouth and saying shit that ain't right. You know what I mean? Rachel, I may not know you very well, but I do know Melissa very well, and she's an amazing person. I just see, though, we should be friends. I didn't read the rest of that yet, but Melissa has been my girl for a long time. Melissa, do you care if I share, like, a little story about you? I won't. Never mind. I appreciate that. Nope, not at all. There for a little bit, and I'm not going to say too much, but there for a little bit, I would send Melissa a request for like $20 or $10 or whatever, and sometimes she didn't get it. She'd be at work or something, or sometimes she wouldn't. But I remember this one time in particular, I think I sent it for 15. And she called me and she said, what do you need now? And it was just like I don't know, almost like a sister moment, I feel like. Like, she was like, girl, if you send me another request and don't tell me what it's for, I'm going to get your ass. Like, what do you need now? And that's what I'm talking about when I said I feel like I truly do, that I had like a even amount of support and non-support. You know what I mean? Like, again, and some of them are still kind of watching for the background because they're worried about putting themselves in full force again. Because unfortunately, a lot of people, one of my really, really good friends got a lot of hate because of me. Just because she was nice to me. Not because of anything. Like, she changed her name to be a mod and everything because people were attacking. Why? Any of the people that care, me for instance, okay? I'll just use myself as a fucking example. Why people that have no clue who I even am started attacking me when they found out that I sent her money. You don't know what their relationship is with, like, outside of this. You didn't know that the same mod that you were going and attacking, that was my mod, was seriously handing my ass to me on a daily basis. Like, girl, you need to get your ass up and fix it. Like, y'all don't know the backstory to any of it. You just see what we want you to see. And yes, that includes the bad moments. Did I think that I was going to do, I don't even want to say close to what Lisa did, because it was. And not going to lie, probably sometimes even worse than what Lisa just did. And I'm not talking about last night, I was talking about before. Like, y'all don't realize that those mods that y'all are attacking for loving me through everything were screaming, get off live. Girl, what the fuck are you doing? Get off live. I told y'all the other day, Des wouldn't care what the hell any of y'all said to her. I can guarantee you that. But you know how many times that woman blew up my phone trying to kick me off live? You know how many times that woman called me like, girl, I don't know what's going on, but please get off live. And if she couldn't give me the answer, she was calling for help. Y'all have no idea what some of these women are doing. Yes, you see them love and support, but why in the fuck would you see anything else? That's not for you to see. It's not for you to understand. My point is some of those people that you are attacking and making them feel like such a bad person that they are scared to even come into this woman's life. That woman, not so much. Mine, yes. But y'all are attacking them. I don't think you realize it. It's doing... What are you talking about, Campy? I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I know you worked, Indica, and you still are. But yeah, you don't know what the relationship with her outside of this. You don't know how many times she called and begged them, making them think that she hadn't ate in 3 days, or that Abby really was in the hospital, or Jace really was, her son really was in the hospital. Any of that. You don't know why they have given and how many times they've told them no. I keep explaining this to y'all. This is I'm on an iPad, so the camera is over here. The comments are down here. So I'm reading the comments, and yeah, this is me looking at myself in the camera. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people have said it. Yeah, it looks weird. I know. I got accused of being elevated because of it. No, it's a tablet. See, the camera is over here. The comments are down here. And this is me looking at myself in the camera. Yep. And like Dawn said, every situation is different. So, you're good, love. I know it does. It's driving me crazy, too. Like, people don't... And, again, it's not it's not for people to understand. Like, everybody wants to help in their own way because of their own experiences. And I know my stance on thing is going to be way different. I don't know anybody. I mean, I do know somebody else that is on the other side of things. But you know, they're doing their own stuff right now. And I'm just choosing to be a little bit more out in the open. Not saying they aren't, but different. It's just different how I am choosing to address things opposed to them. I use them as an example all the time. I've mentioned them multiple times about Abby. Like, I hope Abby does exactly what this other person has done. And I'm sure things will look different once my family is whole again. But right now, I have time and stuff to be doing the stuff that I'm doing. Exactly. And I've said it multiple times, Dawn. Just because she's doing things she shouldn't be doing, that doesn't mean she's not legitimately hungry sometimes. That doesn't mean that she doesn't want a soda every once in a while. Unfortunately, she's using those things to get other things. But at the end of the day, I can't either. And we can't really talk about it. Sugar E, whatever your name is. I can't talk about my case at all, love. But unfortunately, my family has not been whole for about 2.5 years. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've accomplished so many great things just in this less than a year. I am now completely sober, have been for a little bit. I have, even through my sobriety, I've helped other programs and other people. A lot of people worry about it because I kind of came out of the gate swinging with those kind of stuff. I'll go look, baby. Thank you. Awesome. That's so great, Dawn. But I knew at the beginning of this, actually much like another person that I was just talking about, that if I did end up having to do MAT, which I did have to, tried multiple times. I was way before I was done, if that makes sense. If you've been through it, you know. We're just talking. But I knew if I was going to have to do MAT again, which I did, that I didn't want to be on it long term. Anybody who does, that's completely fine. Everybody is going to be different. I wanted to use it for what I felt like its purpose was in my recovery, and that was to get me over the hump that I needed to get over, and then I was done. I am currently on 10 milligrams, not on very much at all. Like it's literally a drop in the bottom of the bottle. Awesome, Rachel. I love that for you. I didn't understand MAT at all. I was put on the one that starts with an S in the beginning, and it did nothing but send me into really, really bad withdrawals. And just come to find out, I have a really, really low metabolism. So most of the stuff that would be out of your system in 2 to 3 days, I literally test positive for 3 weeks about something that should have been out of my system at max a week. I tested positive. Like, I have no reason to lie. You know what I mean? Like, I had no reason to be like, oh yeah, I haven't done it since such and such day. And I had. No, I tested positive for 3 weeks. So that's why subs didn't work for me. Because it just was sending me into a precipitated withdrawal. And I got really sick, and it scared me straight back into, I ain't doing this shit no more. Like, if this makes sense for y'all a little bit, I served 10 days in jail back in May, and so I had not had a dose of the Done for 11 days, and I still tested positive for it. Like, and not even just a little bit in my system. Like, I still had quite a bit. So, you know, I'm sure they do, but I didn't need to. The M1 works for me. And as soon as I realized that we even have one, I live in a very large town. I don't know if you know much about me, Dawn, but we live in Bowling Green, Kentucky. We have WKU here. We have the Corvette Museum. Like, we're a large tourist college town. Like, you would think there'd be a lot more resources here, but there's not. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so I live in Bowling Green, which most people know. Like, we're right smack dab in between Louisville and Nashville, and we're not really treated like that, if that makes sense. Like, our problems aren't nearly as bad as Louisville. Whatever. I've actually been to Shepherdsville. I've been to Paducah too. I went to Paducah for a hair show when I was in beauty school. Anyway, a Paul Mitchell hair show, by the way. And speaking of that, that just reminded me, yeah, my case manager is getting me started back with re-getting my license for cosmetology. I never completed my apprenticeship, but I did have my apprentice license, so I am going to have to complete some continuing education and blah, blah, blah things to get it back, and then it'll be a little bit of catching up because, you know, shit ain't nowhere close to what it was 16 years ago. Anyway, I just recently completed my DUI classes yesterday. As a matter of fact, I got my license back. I am a full legal driver. I have been put in jail quite a few times in the last couple years. The very first one that I did was right before I lost my babies. And that was, I did have a new charge on that, but I also had 2 FTAs that I didn't know about. Yeah, that's been a whole mess. And a lot of, over half, if you go and look and somebody says, oh, she's been in jail all this time, over half of them are for FTAs. I do have a memory problem. I have something called softening of the brain. It has nothing to do with drug use. It's something that I've had for a long time. I don't know if it's gotten better or gotten worse. If you've ever been anything in addiction, you know you don't go to the doctor. That takes too much time away, right? I have had multiple surgeries. You can see the scars on my neck. I've had 2 neck surgeries. I've had 3 knee surgeries. I've had 2 carpal tunnels. My gallbladder removed. 9 DNCs. Yeah. I've been pregnant 18 times since I was 16 years old. I have 7 living children, 3 grandbabies. But I've accomplished a lot. Like I said, I finished the DUI classes. I got my license back. I had a damn good job and lost it because one of my bad decisions caught up with me. I spent 10 days in jail. I am currently on house arrest. But I'm about a third of the way, a little bit more than a third of the way done with that. Hold on, I gotta do the little puzzle piece thing now. Yeah. Thank you. You don't know. Like yesterday when they're like, you have to take your driver's test. I mean, yeah, the written test again. I was like, let's go. I didn't even miss one question. I was really worried. Has anybody ever seen a sign that is just a yellow, like, triangle, and it points one direction or the other, but it has nothing on it? Like, I seriously did not know what that meant. But apparently it means that something about a sharp heel and trucks have to stay whichever way the arrow's pointing because that's where their little off thing was. I guessed and got it right, but yeah, I didn't miss not one question. It cut off. Like, it was like, your session has ended. And they said I had to get, I think it was 32 out of 40 questions right. And I was only on question 32 and it said your session has ended. I was like, oh shit, what happened? Like, I thought I failed. It is, but I'm getting there. And all these things that are positively, and I just actually showed y'all that I took a hair follicle around about, I think it was either early to mid-June. I think it was. I don't know. I'd have to look again. I showed y'all a hair follicle, which goes back 90 days, and that was completely clean. Obviously, I would already have take-homes for that, but I am tapering, and in my clinic, they require you to, you have to go in 3 days when you first go down. So it doesn't make much sense. Right? But yeah. So in just this short little time, I I have a clean hair follicle, which I did take a hair follicle not too long ago, that I did also pass. People said, because I guess I wrote something on a review or something, like I wanted my test results and they wouldn't give me my test results because I wasn't the one that paid for it. They said that was because people thought that was because I failed. No, it was because I wanted the results for my own records, and they wouldn't give them to me because I didn't pay for it. Like, that didn't make much sense. But I have one once a week randomly, and that's just through my clinic. I also, for other agencies, I have random ones from 2 other agencies too. They could call me at any time for my home incarceration and ask me to come in for a test, or obviously the other agency I'm taking or I'm with. So it varies, but typically about twice a month for them. All my bills are paid. They may still be not completely on time, but they are paid. My electricity's not getting shut off no more, or we have water. A lot of people don't know that, but we actually went about 4 months without running water in our home there for a little bit. My husband has stuck by my side through everything. People trash him for that, saying he chose me over the children. He would have never done that. Again, can't go into the case, but there wasn't an option. Because believe me, he wouldn't have chose me. But yeah, I know it's a hard work, and I know, like, I'm in no way, shape, or form out of the woods. I do stand pretty strong in my recovery, and I believe in what I've been told is because, again, I was way done before I was done. That's correct, Melissa. And I 100% stand by. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a lot of my girls here on TikTok. And I've been earning that relationship back. My oldest daughter used to be like my best friend. I am earning all of those amazing things back. I typically speak to all of my children on a daily basis, except for one. I pray that change, but that's not my decision. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think, Rebecca, what made me finally just like say it is because I kind of hinted and talked about it here, there, you know, and people were making assumptions about stuff, and like, for real, one of the assumptions, one of the rumors was that we had so much money, again, because we relinquished rights. Like, clearly you don't live in a commonwealth because it don't matter. You can relinquish rights all day, every day. And you are still financially responsible for that child until they are adopted. And yeah, and I was tired of the accusations and the rumors and all that. So I did speak with my counselor, and she said, clearly, when you're ready, but I'm going to tell you the power that you're going to gain back. Hold on. sorry. I was tired of being sniffly. I'm sorry. I love it. Thank you so much, everybody. I really do appreciate it. I always forget to like try to follow y'all back and stuff because I hate that TikTok doesn't tell us anymore who we follow and who we don't follow. But anyway, yeah. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. But yeah, my counselor was like, you know, the power you'll gain back by being able to tell, like you said, your story on your own and people not just guessing and stuff. Obviously, a lot of people, especially the people that was closest to me, they could see a difference and knew something was different, but quite honestly didn't have, I hadn't told much of anybody. And I think that that was the right choice for me to make in the beginning because I always want to prove certain things to be correct. And early on, I don't feel like I would have the answers that I have right now. So, thank you so much, Dawn. And I don't know. It would, me not having all the answers, I feel like would have made me not as confident in sharing it all. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, one of my biggest things when I spoke to Lisa one of the very first times, on a personal level, I was like, you know, girl, I would love to be in your corner, but just know I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. And I have super big faith that you could literally be steps behind me. And I would absolutely love to be there for that. People that was using her for money as well, because I know that was a thing. A lot of crazy stuff about that Kim, not the new Kim, please, y'all, the new Kim is amazing, but the old Kim, the Kim Rhea, whatever flipping name is, a lot of stuff came out that she most definitely was making money off Lisa. In my opinion, I think the Lori character was too. And those type of people were putting it in Lisa's head that the reason I was doing what I was doing was because I wanted followers or whatever. And then she was like, girl, when you text me and we talked about it, like, I wouldn't look like, why in the fuck does she want my followers? Like, that doesn't even make sense when you look at it. You may ask a question. And Need to Breathe, you asked the other day if you could ask a question, or you said something and I asked, but I think you had left. Oh, Rachel. I'm so sorry. Obviously not my story to tell, and I have told a little bit of it because of the accusations that were made about my own husband. When one of these incidents went down, people had they had found out my last name and they had tried to look up my husband. And it blows my mind that people even believe this, but they found my husband's sperm donor and tried to make it sound like hold on just a second, I need to breathe. They tried to make it sound like that was my husband. Clearly my husband's not in his 50s. And no. And trigger warning. But yeah, people were trying to make up disgusting things about my husband and my grandbabies, if you catch what I'm saying. Just because of his biological father's history. I don't know that man. I've never seen him. My husband has done everything to keep me and my children away from him. Like, he has never met his grandbabies. He never will. Like, that is not my husband's father. When I talk about my husband's father, it's kind of a funny story, but my husband was in something called respite care when he was younger, because his mother does suffer with some mental illness herself. And one of the times that she was on a groupie sock vacation, they needed a place to stay. So my husband then was placed with Richard. Crazy enough, Richard has been a single man most of his life, and he is only 3 years older than me. He was a young man wanting to like help out young boys that are in the foster care system. He started doing respite care. My husband spent several weekends with him. That's what respite care is. If you don't know that, respite care is basically, foster families can even do it, but families, particularly single household families, like single parent, sorry is what I meant to say, they can utilize those type of services too. But it's basically a babysitter for the weekend, so mom can get a little mental health break or whatever. Typically, you do have to be like in life skills care, such as she was for her groupie sock vacation. And that's who my husband calls Dad. If y'all don't know, he's an author. He wrote the book series Hellman the Bizarre Events of Hellman Elementary. He writes, so his name's Richard. And that's who my husband calls Dad. Again, it's weird because he's only 3 years older than me. And for anybody that doesn't know, my husband is 6 years younger than myself. Now, what you said, need to breathe. I don't know. I haven't shared my recovery date yet. Just because with open cases and stuff like that, like, I feel like that's still something that doesn't need to be like out in the open. But I don't know. I don't know. My counselor even said something about that, especially because, like, I got good and I've kind of hit the pavement running, right? Anybody who hasn't been around for any of this, like I said, thank you. At the end of May, I spent 10 days in jail. That was on the website it says failure to appear, but it wasn't a failure to appear. It was, yeah, we no longer have to do that either. It's normally better if you have a degree in social work, I think is what they said, but yeah. But I can 100% be an advocate all day, every day. But anyway, so when I went to jail that first time, like what I was saying was that it says on there, I've been on that. I was actually in a couple of different programs before it stuck, if that makes sense. I tried Suboxone for a little bit, and that was not okay. Right, need to breathe. But when I was in jail for the 10 days in May, I was spent May 18th to May 28th in Warren County Regional. It says on there, and it drives me crazy because I'll say one thing, they're like, but the website says, I don't care what the website says. Basically, it has to, how do you say that? It falls under the category of failure to appear, but I had a failure to comply. I had been given home incarceration from 2 different judges. I was supposed to start that at the end of last year. Ended up needing knee surgery again. And one of those judges excused me to restart, to be able, for some reason here, I don't know why, probably because I can only keep up with so many people. Like, if I called or somebody got sentenced to home incarceration today, they could call and not be able to start for 6 months. But anyway, so I had an excuse. That judge allowed me to just stop what I was doing for my home incarceration, which I just had an appointment to go start it. And then I was able to just restart everything once I was out of doctor care. Again, I have a memory issue, and I have so much stuff going on. I completely forgot that I had 2 different judges that I owed home incarceration to. One much more than the other. Most of y'all that don't know what home incarceration is, it's either home incarceration or house arrest, I think is what some other places call it. Here, though, basically, the judge, if you can be sentenced to jail, and if they don't label you a fraud, crazy stuff happening in the world, if they don't consider you like a flight risk, and you do have to have a stable home, a long time, normally the judge will, we have one judge that doesn't even give home incarceration anymore. But anyway, so for instance, if, say, I went in front of the judge and they wanted to give me 6 days in jail for whatever charge it was, most of the time they'll say you can do 6 days in jail or you can do 12 days home incarceration. It's always double. Mine is most definitely not 6 days. Yeah. I think I've been on, close to 40 now, right? I don't remember how long so far. I'm going to start keeping track when I get closer, but right now I'm just... Yeah, somebody in here was like, their husband was on home incarceration for 5 years. That's crazy. Oh my God, I could not. We have a Class D felony county jail. So, the men and stuff, they... Oh, you were in prison. Okay. Well, that's what I was about to explain. So, in our county, we have a Class D felony county jail. So, if you are sentenced to anything under 10 years, so you could be 9.5 years, you could spend that in our county jail. Yes. Yeah. The guys can do like work release, or like they can legitimately, one works at Waffle House and he goes to work at Waffle House and he comes home to the jail. Like, but women can't do that because, I don't know, we have one pod that is women. The federal inmates or state inmates, sorry, are in with the county inmates, but with the men, they're separated. You're good, baby. I was just kind of going over everything. Literally everything. But yeah. So, any woman that has under 10 years can spend that in county jail here. And I could not imagine. I was just, the last time I was incarcerated, I was in there with somebody that had already been in there for 3 years. You maybe get to go outside to this one little it's not, I don't even feel like it's outside. It doesn't have a roof. It is a room without a roof. It's not outside. You know, when you see like movies and shit. Oh, I mean, it's a lot, but I can... Does that mean you can't work? Oh, because I'm on home incarceration now. With home incarceration, I can do basically anything that I normally do. Besides, like, I always use this as an example. I'm not somebody that would go to my friend's house and hang out. So the only thing that I personally am not able to do that I normally would be doing during the summer is like go to the lake with my kids. But yeah, I can go to court, I can go to my lawyer, I can go to doctor's office, I can go to work, I can go to the grocery store. Basically, it just has to be something that's necessity, and I have to get permission before. I hope that makes sense. Like, I was just at Walmart. But I was at Walmart, I got permission because I needed to go get work boots. I was in Hobby Lobby the other day. I got permission because I did need to pick up something for an order. I went to the DMV a couple of times. Like, basically, I have to tell them. And another thing, a lot of people think of house arrest or home incarceration like back in the day. And you used to have like a little signal box that was in your home. And they either knew if you were there or you weren't there, right? That's not how it is anymore. I have a GPS monitor on my ankle. Hey. Yeah, so they know where I'm at no matter. Used to, if you weren't home, you weren't close to that signal box, they just had to take your word for where you were at. So it was a lot more strict in the fact that when I first started, this is a good example of that. When I first started, I felt like I probably, because when you're going to a clinic, you could go anytime from the time they open until 30 minutes before they close. At least that is how it is here. Okay. So I was trying to figure out, like, what time am I going to go every day? And I was told it's really not that serious because they just need to know that I will be leaving my house at some point every day to go to the clinic. And as long as I leave my home and I go to the clinic and I don't stop anywhere other than gas station, or I can stop and get something to eat and then come back, if I don't have permission for anything else, as long as that's all I did, I'm good. But yeah, trauma nurse, I was just rattling off all of this stuff. But just all the stuff that I've gotten accomplished over the last little bit. Oh, that's awesome, Rachel. Absolutely. You just have to send me a request, because sometimes I'd be oblivious. But yeah, so like I said, I don't even know how many times I've been arrested in the last 2 years. It's awful. It is so awful. But most of them were failure to appears. And I can promise y'all one thing. I have never missed court on purpose. No, I take that back. I did miss court one time on purpose, and that was because I was worried that I did have another FTA. But the good thing about FTAs is if you do, like, typically when they come and pick you up and they take you to jail, you only have to pay that fine. Obviously, before we were doing better, I didn't just have, I literally sat in jail until Friday when my husband got paid one time. I think it was 4 days because we didn't have $200. Yeah, I'm sure they will try. No, I do not do either one of those. I do individual counseling, and I have went to a couple of group ones at my clinic, but no. Unfortunately, our clubhouse where they have most of the meetings at is really, really badly known for people going to find out where they can get certain things. And that's just what it's known for. Okay, no one should really compare their recovery with anybody else's. And I'm only going to do this for, like, understanding live purpose, okay? So, for me, I live out in the sticks. It's just me and my husband and our children. It used to be. And it will again be. And, like, how do I say that? Like, I don't go hang out with friends. My spouse is not a user himself. I don't live with my parents that may do that. Like, my biggest thing was, somebody had mentioned to me to change my number. And y'all, if anybody is struggling with being clean or getting clean or whatever, I so recommend that. Because I didn't in the beginning. And, Oh, yeah. Anyway, change your number. Yeah, people, the girl that's sitting 3 years in county right now, she's not even from here. She's from Las Vegas. Yeah, like, and that's what I was gonna say. Opposed to, like, the other person that we speak to, her entire environment is that she has children that use, at least one. You know, her community, like, she's right there, and she has stated multiple times. I'm not gonna talk about that right now. KK, I have kind of hinted towards a few things, but yeah, she can't get away from it. Think about Ashy Cat for that matter. Ashy Cat was was able to do so amazing, and oh no, you're good, KK. You're fine. I know you've been around for a long time. I know, but do we? And again, we don't want to. Hold on just a second, Danica. I'll play that recording for you. But, I mean, obviously, I would hope that she still would have because of her baby boy. But do we really think if Ashley Cat wouldn't have been removed from that entire situation, that she may not be standing where she is today? But she was able to get the help that she needed and removed from that entire situation, including TikTok. And yeah, it's you really have to, it's not just about yourself. And that was like one of the most weird concepts for me to like grasp. It's not just about you. It is about the people you're around, the environment, the everything. Think about a homeless person. Like, it would be so hard to get away from that. I mean, that's just how I've kind of been explained to in everything. Really. See, and I was just talking to, my counselor. And I hope I don't start crying again, but I probably will. Y'all know the live that was just done on Lisa. Not last night, but the night before. Unfortunately, a lot of y'all have seen me in that state. And worse, in my opinion. I have yet to watch those videos, and I probably never will. But Danica, for instance, was in the comments like, if anybody's triggered, please leave. Here's the hotline, everything. Right? I don't know what that sound is. But I called my counselor right after all of that, and I was like talking to her, and I was like, I don't understand. And this is what made me think about it. You said your trigger. Nothing about seeing that makes me go, oh yeah, I want to do that too. No, everything about that, like, I could feel that fear. That you could tell she was like I'm confused, I don't know what's going on. Like that right there, the only trigger, that wasn't a trigger for me to want to do anything. That was a trigger for me to just like go back to that place myself. Like, I could feel how scared she probably was. Because I'm telling y'all, when y'all are in that moment, if you've never been there before, like, people just think that it's an act, or you know what's going on. No. You feel so like you don't understand what is happening. Like, I can't even I can't explain it. I'm sorry, Rachel. Absolutely. And I thank you so much for that. And again, That's what is so important, to have different people that have had different experiences, even if you were just that friend, because I wouldn't have thought about me restreaming that being a trigger for somebody. And when people were saying that about Ashley Cat, I was like, what about watching that does not scare the shit out of you and make you never want to do that again? I don't know. And I say that never mind, that was stupid of me to say because I was living it at the same time. But so I will say real quick, if anybody does get triggered by these lives, I'm going to play this clip really quick for, was it Danica that asked about Abby? Who was it that asked about Abby? I don't know. I can't find it. Okay, it was you. Okay, listen. This is so crazy, y'all. Hold on really quick. Okay. Here is the message that we're talking about. From what I hear from people that talk to her, thank you, Kentucky. She's okay. She hasn't been live as far as we know. Yeah, they say she's okay, and apparently her sister said she did go to the clinic this morning. I absolutely agree. Okay, this is a call. Again, Lisa was so messed up. She did not, like the muted live, she had actually answered a phone call, and that's why it was muted, but they recorded it, so we heard it. This, again, is, she probably thought she forwarded them to voicemail or something, but she's accidentally answered a call, and they thought to record it. If you don't understand what's going on, just let me know, and I will pause it and try to explain the best I understand, okay? I've never met a dealer so greedy like him. From what we think right now, she is either at or on her way to Abby's apartment, where Abby lives with her boyfriend, which is very apparently a DD. Oops. She said, I don't care what he said or something. I'm going to come in and talk. What's her at? Lisa's at. She has a bunch, but most of the time she's been live on something called Loving Life. Oh, sorry.
In my money, you took extra money off it. You were supposed to take 30. You took 45.
You were supposed to take 30. You took
17 pills. And now you want 3 back. I want 3 back so I can have them to sleep. You have those, though. I don't. Do those.
This was right after the muted live when her and Abby were pretty messed up. The next morning she does go live and she says Abby left because they couldn't get food. Apparently not. according to what we just heard, Abby says, you got the money. You was only supposed to take 30. You took 45. I only got 17 PILLS, and you want 3 of them back. Lisa says, I know. Lisa says, I need to be able to sleep. And Abby is arguing back and forth with her, saying, you have them. I heard you counting them. You still have some. She says, no, you didn't. Because Abby says something like, I gave you one, or I gave you some. And she said, no, you gave me a piece of a wrapper. Again, if this is triggering, I'm so sorry, please. I don't know much about what she's talking about, other than the fact I've seen people do it. I'm willing to bet she is talking about her own prescription of benzos. She does get a K-pen, if you know what I'm talking about. And a lot of people with some of those type things, they smoke them in like aluminum foil. I'm guessing that's what she's meaning by you gave me. She's stopping Lisa from Abby from leaving the house.
So anyways, there's really not much more to add, because new people join her life in time. This money.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to pause it. Anyway, but yeah. So basically, Lisa has went to their house. She's confronting them. Abby said, you only gave me 17. And apparently took $75, I'm guessing, off of, like, Abby's Cash App or something. Abby is also 8 months pregnant. What? Yeah, she's been, she hasn't been live today, no, not since late last night. I just sat here and called out all that bullshit. I know, the other day I was like, everybody please report this so her live gets banned, and then I was like, oh shit, but then we won't know if she's okay. Because she's only going to text a few people. I did end up getting a text after all that, but yeah. Just to ask if I could help. Yeah. My opinion, I'm just going to say, is that the whole thing with last night, that she was live, supposedly in somebody else's apartment, the woman knew what she was doing. She most definitely repeated her own phone number 3 times. She told Lisa, if you show my face on there, I swear on my mom, somebody's going to tell me. And just a bunch of other nasty stuff. I don't know. She's hearing Lisa lying to that entire live, saying, I need a ride home. And then a few hours later, she goes to, I know Miami. Or Mimi, sorry, I don't know why I called you Miami. Then she goes on to a scam caller outer person's live. She's on speakerphone with somebody that has called her because she gave out her own phone number and then made sure Lisa was typing it right. She is talking so sweet to them, stating that she did not know Lisa was giving out her number. Bullshit. That they were in Lisa's house. And the way she confirmed that they were in Lisa's house is that There's a white cat and there's a gray cat, and they both look super healthy and super pretty. There was no animal feces, nor did it smell like that in her home. There was a vicious dog, but she didn't see the dog. And that she had showed up at this woman, at Lisa's door, at midnight, because the day before she had seen her crying walking out of a DD's apartment. And she just wanted to go check on her at midnight and give her a pack of cigarettes. I don't know, just the ambience or something of that apartment. I've never seen Lisa's apartment look like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. She is so desperate, it's scary. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here for a little bit. Again, I have a phone call to make. Trauma Nurse, when they repost my live, you want me to send it to you? Anyway, I've said this a couple of times, I do believe her sisters are good people. It does seem like they are fine individuals. Yes, I'll be back on. But for me, it's hard to believe everything that is said, because I know what's been said about me by my own sister. And I've never really seen much proof to back up. Yes, we have seen one of her sisters take Jay's stuff. And yes, they say a lot of things. But, and again, I'm not trying to judge anybody with how they react to situations that's going on with them. But I can promise you, I don't give a shit how mad I am at my sister. If I was witnessing, or if people sent me what was going on live with this person, and it was my sister, I would not be on a live talking about it with other people. I would be in a vehicle going over there. It has been brought to my attention that they went over after they were on that live. I don't know. And I would still go even if she wouldn't let me in. Like, I would just, I don't know. I don't want to call them a liar, but I personally would handle it different. I have, thank you. I don't know. I'm not trying to judge them on how they're handling this situation. I do have to keep in mind, this is their life. This is what they've dealt with their entire life. But somebody was like, out of respect for the family, like, don't do this, don't do that. Her sister Jess herself, herself said no one could be on here talking about her. No one could be spreading information about her if she was not on here herself. So basically, you know, anyway. I mean, different things are going to work for different people. I know certain individuals giving me tough love 100% made me feel like no one cared. And I do believe that's a very scary situation too. Because when you feel like, much like somebody else has told me personally, when you feel like it doesn't matter, you have nothing else to fight for. You know, such as losing your children, and your parents hating you, and your sisters hating you, and telling people on the internet that they're there for you, but they're on the live instead at your apartment, knowing that you could be in a medical crisis. Hell, even us thinking Abby possibly had taken something, and she's 8 months pregnant. I don't know. Yeah, that's how she is. Yes, baby. But I am getting off here, y'all.